God's sworn enemies. They don't care. I don't know what's going on in their heads. It's like trying to understand the mind of a madman. They think they're just not going to exist anymore. They think, Satan is, they're delusional, self-deceived, deceived. They promise them that they're going to have, some kind of wonderful place to go to. I don't know what's going on in their heads. But God's not going to tolerate his saints, the righteous, the upright among us, to be bullied around forever by these despicable creatures, these foul excuses for human beings. He's not going to let that go on forever. I mean, I'd fire a God like that. But I've got a scintilla of faith, just an itty tiny bit of faith. And I know God's will is going to be done. And that's why I'm screaming from the rooftops at everybody. I'm saying, I'm freaked out, man. I'm freaked out about the time being short. And things still descending into, we're far down this demonic rabbit hole toward hell. I'm telling you, as a species. Okay, there's no overpopulation. Prove it to me. You talk about overpopulation, that we've reached the planet's carrying capacity, but we're not going to inject disruptive technology into that conversation, planned obsolescence. That's disingenuous. No, if we're going to talk overpopulation, we have to at least talk about that, the solutions. Think of a problem. How do you think we cut down on air pollution from automobiles? Hey, a catalytic converter. We're going to superheat the fumes before they come out so we don't have unburned hydrocarbons. Hey, it works really well. Wow, we've cut down on smog like 90+%, right? Wow. Not enough parking. Stupid overpopulation, stupid tourists, stupid immigrants. Well, there's solutions to all of our problems. You build adequate parking garages, free parking for everybody. If you want 2, 3, 4, 5 cars, it doesn't matter. If you live in a big city because you like it, because you're like a reef fish that just likes to be around a lot of people. I mean, let's remember that Barbara Streisand song, "People who need people are the luckiest," right? I'll spare you my singing, but I can actually sing. When I'm alone, I sing pretty good. But I can't hold a tune in a basket in front of other people. But listen, you know what? I mean, there's some people that just love that, thriving metropolis. I mean, look at how popular Manhattan, New York is. People love it. In San Francisco, they love being around a lot of people. There's good vibes, happy, and people love each other. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So I get people wanting to live in a big city, but you can have all the parking you want coming out your ears, okay? We just have to build adequate parking structures for people. That's it. If you want to live in these skyscrapers, that's fine. A lot of them provide their own parking underground. Whatever, but there's solutions. Think of a problem, think of a solution. The plastics in the ocean, well, then we just make the packaging manufacturers produce, and everything's got to be biodegradable. Either that or 100% reusable, recyclable. All the packaging, all the containers have to be, even liners. I mean, it's too hard. People don't want to clean out mayonnaise jars and peanut butter jars. Okay, that's a pain in the butt. That's a lot of work. So you put a liner in there, and then you can discard the liner, a 100% biodegradable liner. I mean, I'm just off the top of my head, there's solutions to everything, every problem we have. There's not enough of this food product, make enough. Eggs are super great. I mean, nobody in the world should have to go hungry knowing how nutritious eggs alone are. And if California can grow enough food to feed the entire earth, why should anybody on earth be going hungry? They shouldn't. It's because evil men are at the top of this perverted pyramid of power. They're running the show. These satanic top money lovers. I'm telling you, we're in biblical times here, my friends. I mean, like no time at all. And we're going to see a sea change. Maybe if I live long enough, I'll get to see it. But something huge is coming down the pike. I mean, I feel it. Deep down in the marrow of my soul, I feel it, that something big is about to happen. Something unprecedented in all of human history. And we've seen a lot. We saw 9/11. We saw Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? I wasn't alive yet, but we know what history shows us, what happened here. We know that when the tyrants acted up too much, time after time through history, because these are snot-nosed, spoiled brat children, drunk on the blood of saints, do you understand? They're doing this. They can't stop themselves. And if we, the people, are unwilling to step up to the plate and risk our lives to stop these bratty, spoiled children, then we get what we deserve. There's no easy out for any of us. We're all stuck between a rock and a hard spot. But God can empower us not to be cowards and step up and speak truth to power and tell them how it's going to be. And they've been telling us, see, this is how it is. You hear, I don't care that 90% of the American people were against the bailout of '08, but we're going to do what we want, you see, because we're the critical mass that decides. Well, we're going to tell them, here's how it's going to be, you see. We, the people, are going to run this show. We're going to have accountability in the money printing arena. We're going to decide if our country goes into debt 1 penny. You understand? That should be up to we the people and nobody else. We haven't gotten our way for a long time. And it's time that we the people do. And it's going to be at the finger, the hand, the power of God that we do it. And it means all of us getting serious and stepping to the plate and saying, look, I'm out of confusion. I'm empowered. I'm out of ignorance. I'm out of Babylon. And I'm coming for you. I'm going to tell you straight up. I know what you did. And I know how you did it. And I want everybody out there that's listening to me, all my friends, to just do that. Practice. And even if it's an act, remember, look, a little white lie can be a beautiful thing. It could do. Look, even in the Bible, there were spies and stuff. I mean, that served a good function for God. I mean, God can be just as sneaky. We are called on to be as shrewd as serpents, like Christ said, but as innocent as doves. Okay? What's our motivation? It's justice for the downtrodden. Even if it's not our injustice, even if you're a multi-billionaire, if you're a multi-millionaire, or if you're just financially really well-heeled, I'm speaking to you too. We must give a damn. If we don't care about people, then we should expect on Judgment Day that God's going to be just like us and not care about us. But you're not going to be found fit to be among the righteous. All those that hunger and thirst for righteousness to be the rule of the day on earth. No money. They don't want to serve this false master. Besides, it's written we can't serve two masters. We've got to wean ourselves off the money, and that's what we could have done gradually with a good American egalitarian like JFK, okay, that wanted the best for the American people. You understand? Your money would eventually be worth so much. Our lives were so burdenless, okay, so free. We'd have such great freedom. The jobs at work is still getting done because people just want to feel appreciated. That's the greatest aspect of serving your fellow man, is to be genuinely appreciated and feel it deep down. Okay, that's it. You really want to be appreciated. Like Kobe Bryant died. I mean, people really appreciated him as a human being. People really liked this guy. He was called a philosopher. And he could shoot a hell of a basket. And then his daughter was so proud of him. I mean, you saw her, and she can shoot a basket too. She was going up to, they fit right in. He was helping her to, get into the women's or try to, get a big league like the NBA. And that's a wonderful thing. That really tight relationship. These damn helicopters. I mean, the thing fell to the ground. Something went wrong. In the fog, we all know that was bad. But why not have parachutes? Why not have an ejection cage for the whole parachute? That's just off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm an innovator, but come on, there's engineers out there that can figure this stuff out. If you're stuck in a helicopter, don't you want some way out? I mean, flip the rotor off and eject the cage so everybody can parachute to the ground safely, just off the top of my head, for God's sake. We got toys on the freaking Mars. Well, we can't do this. You understand? I get frustrated. Oh, well, that would cost money. You understand? Money is more important than human lives. This Max 737 jet, right? Falling out of the sky. Well, we're doing research and development lifetime now. We're testing on human subjects. So what? I mean, it's collateral damage. It's just for the greater good, they'll say. I mean, that's the madness that is so rife in our society in the 21st century. You cut it with a knife. It's satanic rule of the day. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but we're in a lot of trouble. I can tell you that. And if we don't take the bull by the horn and take this really seriously, then we can expect more and more and more. More and more tyranny, more and more theft, because essentially that's what it is. When you steal people's labors, you're stealing the productive class, their blood, sweat, and tears. The blue collar, the simple working man out there. You've taken away all hope he has in rising above this thing and getting traction on that hamster wheel. No, you keep making it harder and harder to turn. You're saying it's okay that we don't give you enough grease to turn it anymore. We're shipping in young, strong immigrants to supplant you. So just go crawl under a bridge and die. We don't need you. Humans are, it's just, you're just another warm body, a useless feeder. Look up the Georgia Guidestones. We need to get the Earth down to 500 million people from the current 7.5 billion. That's to save the